isn't great light, is it?
No.
We're both blocked. It is what it is. 24 people. I was going to repaint that to be Grammy Boy.
That would require a lot of work.
Look, the over-under on having to restart the stream, it's already started.
But how many times did you have to? How many times did you have to restart it just to get?
I had to restart it 3 times. This isn't the best light. Do you want me to set up one of my little LEDs? Do I have to go through? You want me to?
Are you asking me or asking them?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I don't want to.
They can
Nah, it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be me cussing for 10 minutes and not live streaming.
That's every live stream.
I know. Let's start off by talking about Ty West's X. Did it redefine the slasher genre? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to talk about that. But I do think I have to turn down Gremlins 2 because I think it's going to be distracting to me. There's also a world where I should have brought like a lamp. Pardon my ass. Hubie Halloween. I completely forgot that was a thing from these live streams. Is X worth going to see at the theater? The answer is no. What's everybody up to? This is the first live stream in 8 weeks, 9 weeks?
Has it been that long?
Probably. And I tell you what, I look really good and well rested, and I'm ready for a live stream. I'm not in my regular spot because while I was out of town, my garage flooded. And I had to move everything into the Onyx recording area. So I can't sit back there and live stream. This is what you get. But to make up for the lack of professional environment, I have a guest tonight. If you didn't know already, Miss Olivia Taylor Dudley. Did I ever get the cat out of the wall? What is it, 2019?
What years?
Of course I got the cat out of the wall. He lives upstairs with my other cats, and he's loving life. So, oh, I look thinner? You get a promotion. The talking cane, you'll be happy to know, the talking cane, this is fucking making me hot. Hey, you're that weird guy. Not untrue.
It's hot in here.
It is hot in here. The talking cane is in storage because I used it as a prop in the Onyx film, and it wound up getting put away in storage with all the puppets and all the other props. I should have grabbed it. I grabbed.
When did you use the talking cane?
In the Meatloaf video.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that was the talking cane.
That's the talking cane.
Oh, that's tight.
Gremmy is upstairs sleeping, snuggling with my other cats. It does feel like this is like season 3 of whatever has happened here over the last.
Season 3, season 69, dude.
Season 69. That sounds exciting. Season 3, Gremmy Boy lives upstairs with the other cats. I've shot the film. We've shot the film. Season 3 is post-production on the Onyx movie. And Ken, you're completely right. Gremmy really took to Daffy, our cat Daffy. Puck could do without Gremmy, but they're getting along. There's no fights. I don't know. I almost feel like I'd rather just be darker at this point than this fucking thing.
Just get another light. Can you just grab another light?
Can you entertain chat? Call out some questions, Olivia, while I look for one of my LED panels.
Okay.
Okay.
So ask questions.
Yeah. Ask Olivia questions, or ask Olivia to ask me questions out into the space while I get an LED panel. That will make everything better. What's popping? What's popping in chat?
Well, the only question is, how did the shoot go? But that feels like a very large question, and I think you should be on camera for that.
Well, Olivia, why don't you say how the shoot went?
How did the shoot go? The shoot went fucking awesome. One of the best filming experiences of my life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Mhm.
was the director?
The director could use some work. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He was fucking great. Born to do it.
Was it true he had a raging cocaine habit
Yeah,
that like reared its head day one?
it was true.
Um,
No. Can you imagine trying to shoot that movie
on cocaine?
on cocaine? Actually,
No.
never mind. That would have made it easier.
That's true, actually. In ways, it might have made it easier.
Okay, we got
Olivia,
more questions. What?
I don't think I can find my light panels.
Just open the goddamn door.
Oh, yeah, I guess that'll help. Is that helping?
Yeah. That's good enough.
Okay. There's more questions?
Yeah, but
Wait, am I switching sides?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Can you hand me my beer?
it's empty.
No, the other one. Okay. How was it?
What?
Who played Bartok? Penny, you missed it. Thank you. Bartok was played by Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator and From Beyond. How was it working with the Reanimator? I will say, the first day we shot with him, we had rewatched Reanimator, From Beyond, and Castle Freak the night before, and then the first day we shot with him, I got glimpses of the style of performance he gave in those movies, and I got very excited. And it felt like, not to overstate things, but it felt like I was continuing this tradition of Stuart Gordon, making something really weird that still had a lot of heart and grounded emotion. Well, I'm just saying, like, look, Olivia, a lot of people in chat are saying I'm the next Stuart Gordon. And also Peter Jackson, one time Doug Jones said I reminded him of Guillermo del Toro. But
He did say that.
He did say that. What if we wrapped the movie and now I'm like a wildly arrogant asshole and I feel so confident just from having wrapped, unlike what I really feel, which is overwhelmed at the thought of cutting this thing, and know that there's still a lot of work to be done. But I am excited with what we got. Holy hell, we got a lot.
I feel like we just shot a movie for like 6 months.
I know. What other questions? I think you'll be the next Jeff Gordon. I've always wanted. If you're talking about the NASCAR racer Jeff Gordon, I mean, I'm fucking stoked. Any pickups planned? Yes, there's some LA stuff planned, but gosh, I would say 90% of the movie is in the can.
Yeah.
Would you say that, Olivia?
I would say 90%.
You'd say 90%? Okay. Any other questions? When's the movie coming to 4K Blu-ray? I don't know.
When it's done.
When it's done. When it's done and we get into a festival, and then from the festival we get a distributor, and then that distributor plans whether or not it's going to Blu-ray or Laserdisc. Weed or beer? I guess beer. How long do you expect the editing process to take? Really good question. I think I don't know. I'm going to cut it as fast as I can cut it. I think I have a proper schedule, but I hesitate. Yeah, we have a whole little post schedule. It's not up on the garage walls yet, but I don't know. I'm going to cut it very fast. I would love to be at a festival in September. Let's say that.
Look, somebody says, how did Abaddon look on set?
Oh, how did Abaddon look on set? Did you like the way Abaddon? Yeah.
Dream come true.
That's a funny little story. We were going to, Olivia had the idea that when Onyx wakes up from his nightmare about Abaddon, he still sees Abaddon and Beefy Bad Boy in his bedroom. So it's a double wake up gag. Always a good gag. So we were going to shoot it in the bedroom, Onyx's bedroom at the mansion location. But then our DP was like, it'd be better if we shot it in a large room at the mansion so we could put the full Abaddon puppet.
Because we couldn't fit Abaddon through the doorway.
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Right. So we have this great shot of Onyx waking up in his bed, Beefy Bad Boy at the foot of the bed, and then Abaddon even taller, beyond beefy bad boy at the
I
foot of the
wish I
bed.
could show people. It's my favorite shot in the movie.
I know, it's really fun.
And it's not just because it was something I thought of.
That's
It's
true,
like
right.
really my favorite shot.
Yes. It is a really cool shot. It feels mean for us to talk about it, not show people. But we can't show anything from the actual footage right now. We're all sitting on that for a while. Any streaming plans, you know, who knows? The whole process is you make a movie if it's independently made. You try to attract a distributor, which could be through a festival or through private connections to distribution companies. We will most likely try to premiere at a festival in September and attract distributors, sell the film, and then they will decide what its rollout is. But yes, streaming is where everything goes. So I imagine
Eventually it will end up there.
eventually it will end up there. I just fucking hope we get to Tubi. You know, I'm a Tubi boy.
Puppets are hot.
Puppets are hot. I'm a Tubi boy. Stone Brewing hoodie. Yes, thank you. It was very fitting because, you know, our whole movie is very demonic.
I like the hoodie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a good hoodie. Can confirm. Oh, we got some EPs in chat. This is exciting. So 10 of the Kickstarter backers came to set. And 5 were able to come for 2 days and then do the rap party. We got Gio
So
in
great.
chat who was there.
What up?
It was so surreal. I mean, I said this to you when we were there, Gio, but it was so surreal to see people from the Kickstarter and from the streams standing in the hotel in Massachusetts while we were making the movie and being at the mansion location. It just, for some reason, it made it feel so much more actualized.
That was the most surreal part.
It was the most surreal part because the Kickstarter, it felt like we were in this like bubble in my garage, and I was like talking to you, you know, but you were never really here because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it felt like a fever dream. And then there's these names in chat and these names on the backer list that supported this idea that we'd go and make a movie. And then to actually see those people there was wild and really, really fulfilling. It was good to get a picture.
Some of them are very good karaoke singers.
Yes. Some of them are very good karaoke singers. That was
talk
super
about
fun.
karaoke.
Every week we had a karaoke.
Every Friday night. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Every Friday night we had karaoke at the hotel, and it was fucking awesome. Erin, who is the head of our hair and wig department, was a karaoke queen, and she kind of kicked it off. And then every Friday night, well, Friday night, we would all do karaoke, and some of our Kickstarter backers really fucking went for it,
slammed it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, I just lost the question, but somebody said, when are we getting the rewards? Will we get our rewards in 2022, or is it planned for next year? I did an update just before leaving for the film shoot that talked about the rollout for Kickstarter rewards. I feel like a lot of people missed it because I am getting a lot of questions about the rewards. But it's all on the Kickstarter updates page. That's all I can say. They are planned to roll out June, July, and August. Of 2022. What else? Are you proud of the 90% of the movie you have? Yes. Are you proud?
Very proud.
Yeah.
Extremely proud.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good, Baz.
It was, we had such luck, but sometimes I feel like it's bad to say luck because it wasn't luck.
No, it was a lot of planning.
It was a lot of, and it was working with the right people.
We had so many amazing artists on board.
Yeah.
Everybody in every department was incredible.
Yeah. Like, it's not luck that our DP was as good as he was.
No.
It's experience and skill on his part.
And that you found him and that to work with him.
Totally. We had a wonderful, did they get to hear your Desiree? They fucking did.
Yeah, they did. I have video of it, actually. I have a lot of video from karaoke.
Yeah. I was sent video from karaoke. Yeah, there was too much video from karaoke, I would say. But anyway, The part of it that I would say is luck, but even that's not luck, is that we also got linked up with so many people we'd never worked with before that were awesome. Local crew, our PAs were amazing, but even that's not luck because they came recommended from our line producer. So it's still intuition and, relational knowledge that led to such a solid team coming together. But I will say, man, what a solid team. What a solid team. Is Hunter in chat? Holy Hubie, Nate. Whoo! Man, Nate, everybody loved the Battle Cats, let me tell you.
I had a lot of time with Battle Cats.
You did have a lot of time with Battle Cats. You
I broke a
there's Hunter. Yeah. There you broke a Battle Cat. You handled a Battle Cat quite often. Will the videos from the Downtime be on as special features or extras on the DVD? Ken, good question. Do you want to put me singing The Boy Is Mine on the special features of the
yeah, most definitely.
Okay. I don't know that we want that on the special features.
Suddenly Seymour?
Suddenly Seymour can go on the special features. I was proud of that one.
You're proud of that one, I know.
Me and Rivka sang Suddenly Seymour. I don't know. Word on the street is we slayed it. I'm not. I'd have to review the tape to know for sure.
Fix your dry erase calendar.
This is the calendar from the Kickstarter. It hasn't changed since then. So it says like halfway point and like,
Oh God, it's quite
don't give up. Yeah, it is. It really is. Halfway. Look at that. 90K on the 21st. I don't know what max meant.
90K. We're
on the Kickstarter homepage on the 26th. My job at G4 ends on March 5th because I quit that job to run the Kickstarter. Isn't that funny?
That's wild.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
Dark joke, but what if right here said kill yourself? ? I can make that joke because it's about me, and somebody also made that joke about me on my YouTube channel, so it's okay. Any date on when backers get to see the movie? I'm not sure, but if I have a festival cut by September, I don't know. We have to make sure that we don't fuck up a relationship with a possible distributor by showing it to 7,493 people, which is the tattoo on my arm. You can't see. But backers will see it before the general public, I would say. Olivia cannot confirm because none of us know that information.
No, it is true.
But I acted like I was like throwing to you to confirm.
Oh, I didn't realize you were throwing to me. No, you have to be careful with that stuff, or else you can't actually make a deal.
Yeah. What festivals are you hoping to show at? Sure, we can talk about that. And if we don't get in, who the fuck cares at this point? I would love to premiere at Fantastic Fest and TIFF.
Mm-hmm.
TIFF's got a really good. I know part of me is like, well, TIFF's like a really big, prestigious festival, but at the same time, they've got a midnight section.
Yeah,
they like jokers like us. Kayla's in chat. We got people that were on the ground in Massachusetts up in chat. Anything spooky happen on set? What a good question, because the answer is yes. People felt haunted.
The location we were at was very haunted.
Yeah. And our second AD said she heard a voice.
No, it was.
Well, one of the PAs recorded a voice and showed it to her.
And showed it to her, but
okay.
She heard people upstairs above her little desk walking around, and it's a 3-story building, and we were on the first 2 floors, and on the 3rd floor is notoriously haunted, and people kept hearing stuff happen up there.
Yeah.
We went up there. It was pretty terrifying.
Yeah. I didn't show you this, but on the 3rd floor, in one of the rooms, there is graffiti of the Noid, the Domino's mascot from the 80s.
What?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
And it said something like, avoid the Noid. And then there's a cartoon of the Noid. And it just cracks me up that in this Gilded Age mansion, there's Noid graffiti.
That's really fucking weird.
Yeah. It is really weird. Gio got a ghost halo in the hall in a photo. Whoa.
Really?
Interesting.
I mean, that place was popping. That place was electrifying.
Yeah. a lot of people.
You kind of had to just ignore it so that you could get through the day. It was great.
Totally. Somebody had a good question in there. Any thoughts about future films? Well, I will say, shooting this made me very excited at the idea of writing a sequel. And I started writing it on the plane back from Massachusetts. 5 pages, Olivia.
Woo. 5 awesome pages, though.
5 awesome pages. And I think, having shot it, I actually got like a big super influx of ideas for the sequel. Learning people's personalities, seeing what worked on set between the characters.
Writing me out of the sequel.
Writing Farrah out of the sequel because it's just not going to work. Farrah really brought the film down in a lot of ways. No, the sequel is all Farrah all the time.
No.
It is. And that's part of why it's exciting to write, because everybody loved Olivia in the film. And she's got such a cool, iconic look, too, that you want to see, like, what's the evolution of Farrah visually, do you think? Like, what happens?
I don't know. I keep thinking about that. She has such a solid look, but it has to change.
It's got to change somewhat. Yeah.
Maybe length of hair changes.
Like, does she shave her head? She's got a green
Jeez.
buzz cut. Whoa.
No.
Whoa. No, she doesn't do that.
Not going to do that.
But, yes, she has to evolve somehow. I mean, I do think she's probably, even if she's not in demon form more often, maybe she's got her wings out more often.
Yeah. Like these.
Yeah.
These are her wings.
And action. We got the demon wings for the sequel already made.
What are these from?
For a proof of concept. Yeah, they're for some Onyx sketch that, I'm sure broke the internet over the pandemic.
Your Onyx sketch?
Yeah, I made so many highly forgettable sketches over the pandemic. But somebody said, how is my new wig and wardrobe?
Oh my God.
Great.
Highlight.
Loved the new wig and the new wardrobe. The funny thing is, I wore mostly my regular Onyx attire, but I had a new shirt that's inspired by. Are you taking them off already?
No, I'm just trying to line them up.
Oh, okay. I had a new shirt that was inspired by Cellar Dweller, but we changed it. Yeah, Hero Hair was our hair department, and they killed it. Somebody asked about, more money for a second film. It could be better. I tell you, the way I'm writing it so far, I must think this first movie is going to be like a giant hit, because there's a mech in the second one. There's 4 well, here's what's funny. I wrote something today on my hike that made me laugh. Well, actually, I'll have to tell you about it after.
Yeah. Why?
Because I don't think I should
put
the idea out there yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I wrote a really funny scene in my head while confronting a coyote on my hike.
An actual coyote?
I had a full fucking game of chicken with a coyote today. I didn't tell you about it.
Coyotes in LA don't mess around either.
He was in the dead zone. And he came up over the hill, started walking toward me. And I was like, okay, dude, usually pretty far off, they kind of veer away.
Yeah.
I knew right away. He was like, no. He just stayed on the trail. And I was like, well, I'm going to stay on the trail. We got, not joking, 10 feet away from each other. Standoff.
The dead zone that's at the top before you make a right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Standoff. And I was like, my guy. And he literally went like this. He rolled his eyes and then went off the path. And I threw a stick into the woods behind him just to kind of give him an extra little scare.
And that sparked the entire plot of the sequel?
For some reason, it gave me an idea. And it's a really funny idea. Maybe I'll share it on stream. I don't know. What part of the... Lava, thank you. What part of it should go on the fuse?
Why are people always saying I look high?
People are saying you look high?
I've been hearing that since I was in elementary school.
Josh is up in chat. Man, we got so many people up in chat that were there, boots on the ground. Yeah, that is a classic Bowser's Backyard story. And technically, it is my backyard because it's the trail right behind my house. So all those coyotes are a part of Bowser's backyard.
It's all Bowser's world.
Yeah, I will say, what a like, there was a point in the shoot where I was like, am I going to be punished for this?
Because we were all living in your world.
Yeah. And everybody was there, and it was all about Onyx, and it was all about me. And it did, after a while, feel like I was kind of like, you know, living in a simulation.
Maybe you were.
Maybe I was.
That was real.
Well, then what is this? This is also not real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's chill. We can still hang out and live stream. So anyway, the point is, living through making it has made me very excited to write the sequel, in the sense that I feel like I understand what works about the other characters and what you'd want to see kind of evolve out of that. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Studio 666. Would that be close to your script? I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I will say this. I don't worry that anything is close to Abigail is up in chat. I don't feel like there's a risk of anything being close to the Onyx script, because it is close to other things. We rewatched Monster Squad while we were in Massachusetts, and I was like, that was a good time. Perfect time, right before like the last 2 days finale. Or something. Yeah. And it's just Monster Squad. I mean, there's
no such thing as just Monster Squad.
Well, I'm saying, like, I'm not worried about the Onyx film being similar to things, because it is purposefully similar to things. It is Monster Squad. It is Evil Dead. You know, there's a magical book, there's spells, there's incantations, there's amulets, there's demons. The point is, it's all of those things, but through whatever lens I might be approaching it through, with Onyx at the center. So it's going to be something different. The sequel's heavily influenced by Phantom of the Opera.
You do a killer Phantom of the Opera.
Thank you, Olivia.
But that wasn't a surprise.
Adam, who I assume you mean Creature Kid Adam Doherty, said that it's Scooby-Doo meets Labyrinth. Very true. Monsters Squad, Herman and Lily and Grandpa would love that.
Yeah.
Would love that. Can we do an Onyx launch party, rock bands and stuff?
Huh?
The answer is yes. We're going to do, what's the big ICP festival called?
Probably the big ICP festival.
No, it's called, well, anyway, we're going to do an Onyx version of the ICP. What? Clowntown? Maybe it's called Clowntown. ICP, Juggalo.
Oh, yeah.
What's the name of the festival?
I have no idea.
Gathering of the Juggalos. We're going to do a gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, everyone's coming in hot.
But with Onyx, I know. That was a question that was bound to be answered by chat 30 times over. Yes, we're going to do a gathering of the Juggalos, but with Onyx fans. And there will be 40 people there. But it'll be a party. And that's all that matters. And we'll all watch the Spookies. We won't even watch the Onyx movie. We'll just watch Spookies.
You just want to watch Spookies.
I do want to watch Spookies again. Gathering of the Onyx O's. Talismaniacs. Yikes, that's
cute.
Good.
That's cute.
Yikes.
Yeah.
If we were in a writer's room,
you'd get a note card.
Yeah. Let's put it on the board. Talismaniacs. Here's an interesting thing. Somebody asked about Jeffrey Combs' performance. First of all, it was the perfect balance of, like, the unhinged mania of Reanimator and From Beyond, but like as a villain. So it was like, you know, Jeffrey even talked to me about this before he made the movie. He's normally kind of an Onyx type. He kind of plays like weaker, put upon men. And you don't like Onyx being described as that? Yeah. He often plays, you know, little bitches like me. And but we were asking him to play a villain, and I thought that was a good observation, and also made for an interesting villain, because he not to give too much away, but by the end, when his plans fall apart, he started to act very bratty, and childlike, and I thought that was the perfect way in to the finale, and got a kick out of it, and he left it all on the screen. Hunter was there. Hunter saw some of the finale being filmed. And that must have been weird to walk on to set for the first time and be in the finale. For
us,
us,
all of our EPs came in on the last couple days, which is when we were in the fucking fire.
Yes, literally. Yeah.
Greg, maybe it was the best time to come in, though.
I think it was in a way because those last 2 days, we put so much on those last 2 days. It was like a smorgasbord. Yeah. Is it smorgasbord or smorgasbord? Do you know?
Smorgasbord. I don't know. I always think of Charlotte's Web.
I do too.
Okay.
Charlotte.
Charlotte. No, it's been in my head this entire time.
Why don't people hit up chat with whether it's smorgasbord or smorgasbord, the way they did with Gathering of the Juggalos? Is Barbara in the movie? I don't know. I don't know.
Barbara who?
I don't know. Someone's asking about Barbara who? Crampton. I don't know. If she were in the movie, that would be some kind of wild, like, fucking Reanimator reunion.
One might say.
That would be cool. But who knows? Smorg aboard. Sure.
You smorgasbord.
Everyone's saying board. No, now we got board.
Smorgasbord. Board. Smorgas. Oh.
Smorg.
Borg.
Borg. Uh-oh, the snorts are coming out.
Doesn't take much.
We might have to wrap this one up early if the snorts are coming out. Looking forward to an Onyx trailer. Yes. Will, that'll probably come, I guess, before like a festival premiere. But I tell you what, can I tell you something, Olivia?
What, Andrew?
I want, a lot of times before a festival premiere, I'm just going to act like it's you and me.
We should have a talk show.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm horrible at this.
That's not true. A lot of times before a festival premiere, there's kind of a rushed trailer or teaser.
Yeah.
I want to put up like a kick-ass trailer. Like a really dialed in. You know what I mean?
Everybody wants that.
Everybody wants that.
That's always the fun.
Yeah, but I often feel like there's just less concern for getting something like that out before a festival because it's kind of like whatever, people will see it.
Money.
Totally.
You have to be careful what you put out because you can't put out too much because you might botch a deal at a festival.
You can't put out a full trailer.
You can't put out what you showed me earlier.
Right. Oh, what did I show you earlier?
I don't know. A little teaser.
I showed Olivia a little assembly of some dailies. We're acting like we're keeping this great secret. It's just the two of us talking about a thing we made together.
I know.
But we're teasing it like it's the next, Christopher Nolan movie. But that's okay, because for us, it is. It's Surfboard. Ken, you're right.
Surfboard.
Board.
It's board.
It's board. Okay. Smorgasbord is derived from the Swedish word smorgasbord. Smorgas means sandwich and board means table, which traces its roots to the Brannivsbord, a table of sandwiches served before the main meal. I tell you what, if I could have a table of fucking sandwiches before every meal. Whew. Lava, thank you. Worm 2. That would be a wonderful thing, but I don't know.
Scream.
Yeah.
You and me.
In Worm 2?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick.
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
Around LA though.
Yes. Which was what a Worm was originally supposed to be, was based in LA. Little trivia for all the worm heads out there. I will say, listening to this Blank Check podcast series on Sam Raimi, one thing that's nice to think about is that things come back around. He made Evil Dead in 80 whatever. Didn't make a sequel until after Crime Wave bombed. Made a sequel, but then didn't get to make Army of Darkness until he made Darkman for Universal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so, maybe there's a world where one day someone's like, I don't know, man, here's $2 million. Make whatever you want because I don't have any fucking ideas. And then I can make a Worm 2. I'd love to see you do a full-on horror movie. Yeah. I wonder what that would be. I think we could. We could do that. Every time I pitch you like a full-on horror movie, you're grossed out and you don't want to talk about it.
That's not true.
That is true.
Those aren't full-on horror movies. They're...
No, like, remember the one I had about like the guy that was like a serial killer in the 90s that was videotaping all of his murders.
Oh, I like that one.
All right.
What are you talking about? I like all of those ones. There's like one idea you've told me that I don't like.
I know. We don't want to talk about that. But you're always freaked out by horror movies, so you have a hard time. You always say...
I've done a million horror movies.
I know you have.
Horror movies.
I know you have. You've made more horror films than I have.
Yes, sir.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Don't you say things like, it's something I wouldn't watch or that I wouldn't like to watch, so it's hard for me to tell you if I like it or not? Does that sound like something Olivia Taylor-Dudley has said?
Yeah. Because a lot of them are just gross.
Yeah, for sure.
I want something a little more elevated, a little better. I want a better horror movie.
Yeah, for sure. I was waiting until we'd swing it around to criticizing my way of thinking.
You invited me.
So we're still talking Smorgasbord. That became internationally known at the 1939 New York World's Fair when it was offered at the Swedish Pavilion 3 Crowns restaurant. Jesus Christ. Send me back to the 1939 World's Fair at that fucking 3 Crowns restaurant and them introducing the term smorgasbord to me. And I'm there as a patron of the World's Fair. And they're like, do you want a table of sandwiches? And I'm like, I will stay here forever. Thank you. My man's calendar says February, March. Spoiler, February, March 2021.
Different time.
That's what that's from.
It doesn't say that anywhere on there.
But I'm just saying, yeah. Little Willie Zero. Little Willie, like a prequel, or Little Willie Zero, meaning I have made 0 Little Willie features. If I do a full-blown horror, I will say this. I do think the Onyx sequel will be... That's not true. Never mind.
We were about to say it's going to be scarier.
Yeah, but it's
not.
No
fucking way.
I already wrote a cartoon.
Let's make a really scary movie.
Battle Cat Mech. Okay. Sure. Yeah. But then I'll go, well, we don't have money, so it'll have to be found footage. And then I go, no. Click.
Wait, that's the truth.
That is the truth.
That's how it
ends. Little Willie is also pretty funny. It's not super, super scary, but it is a straight up slasher. There's people getting magoinked in that.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people get magoinked.
A lot of people get magoinked.
That script is gross.
That script is gross.
In a good way.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. High concept art horror. I've had those ideas, but
That's
you know.
My style.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You also have to understand you kind of got to go with what is working. I couldn't have kickstarted a Little Willie film. No. There wouldn't be enough of an internet fan base for my general work as a director. It needed to be an Onyx film. The nice thing is it's an Onyx film based on all the movies that I loved as a kid.
Onyx Part 2.
Onyx Part 2. Oh, here's a funny thing. I can tell you this. The Onyx sequel would be called Onyx the Fortuitous and the Demons of blank. And I can't think of what that word is. Like, it has to be some fictional realm of hell.
Oh, okay.
But the only word that came to mind is Ghoul, which is a kid's book, The Guardians of Ghoul.
No.
It's about, no, it can't be Ghoul. I'm saying I thought of it because it's an existing.
Just shot you down immediately. No.
I was shooting myself down, but it's good that you did it too. The Guardians of Ghoul is a kid's film or a kid's book about magical owls. But that's the word that keeps coming into my head. Onyx the Fortuitous and the Demons of Ghoul. What if I just named it that and said,
I don't have to read that, but I agree.
Dream pairing would be A24 Presents an Andrew Bowser film. You know what's funny? I will say this. I know they're known for super prestige stuff. There's a...
What are you about to say?
What are you about to think I'm going to say? There's a world where I don't have those ideas. But there's a world where, you know, my favorite filmmaker is Michael Haneke.
Yeah.
Those ideas exist. I don't know that Onyx takes me to A24.
No.
But at the same time, can we be real? I watched Ty West's X, and it is not, you know, hey.
I haven't seen it. Can't talk about it.
It's just, you know, it's a movie. And it was distributed by A24, not financed by them, I believe. But it made me think maybe they're they're closer to just kind of making a weird fucking horror movie. There's a world where they might make something that's in my wheelhouse, but I don't know. Not much that I do could be described as elevated other than by myself sitting here in the garage referring to my own ideas as elevated. But I will argue that my dick jokes are elevated. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, thanks. I do that all the time. And it doesn't matter.
Do you still work at Arby's?
I never worked fast food. I only ever worked at a movie theater, which is the closest to fast food because I worked in the concession stand. Removing yourself from producer director, did you really enjoy the experience? Because you will always remember this. Oh, you mean the filming of the movie? Yes, I would say I enjoyed the experience. I would say it was difficult at times because of the stress, but there were a lot of things that helped me enjoy the experience. Olivia being one of them. Having such a close friend there made it a far more enjoyable experience.
It was fun.
Yeah, than it would have been. Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was fun. There were moments where I think you and I both were looking at monitor and kind of giggling because of what we were getting to do.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of moments.
You know,
like that.
Ghoul puppets in a graveyard.
Oh my God.
Getting brought back
Sometimes
to life
I can think about
by a broadsword.
Everything that we did, and like then I'm reminded the ghouls are even in it. Like it feels like the ghouls, like there's so much, and there's fucking ghouls.
Very true.
Puppets.
And like I've been cutting together just kind of a string out of dailies, just a string out of moments, and even cutting that stuff together. I got through day 13, and then we got into puppets, and I was like, well, this is a whole other film. There's puppets. Bartok shows up.
I think that's what I'm trying to say. There's like so many films within a film.
There's so much. There's so much in there. Would you be surprised if the movie got picked up wide? I don't know.
I don't know if any movie gets picked up wide anymore.
Right.
To be honest.
Totally. I think it's good to have kind of like leveled expectations when it comes to this. Sure. There were moments where I was like, does this movie redefine comedy? And then there were moments where I was like, everybody thinks that when they're making something that they're excited about.
But I will say, I think it's genius.
Well, thank you. I think it's nice to make something that's based on 10 years of a certain voice or perspective, because I think that helps a film feel cohesive and thought through. I don't know if it will be regarded as anything more than a cult I should say classic, not cult favorite. Or there's a world where I was talking to my buddy Ryan Stanger, who some of you may know for being Todd in Welcome to the Shadow Zone. Yes, he was on set. Yes, he was playing Todd. And I was like, I don't know what this is. Does this sell to like FX and Hulu and become like a thing people talk about because streaming, you know, you can get a lot of attention on streaming when enough of a concentrated audience shows up? Or does this be, you know, is it nothing for 2 years? And then in 2 years, people start caring about the movie. I don't know. Or is it nothing forever? Who knows? You don't know. You don't know.
It's definitely not nothing.
Well, it's not nothing because it will exist and it will be a thing.
People are going to love this.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of movies that people care about that this movie's better.
We had really good vibes on set. A lot of the cast
so good
was saying stuff like that. They were saying this is such a good experience.
Genuinely was.
And you know, when you listen to books about the making of all these movies that inspired Onyx, that's a vibe, is that people were having a good time making it. They felt like they were doing something special. So all I can say at this point is we all felt like we were making something special.
Cult classic vibes. Cult
classic vibes. Who knows what it will amount to, but it felt good in the moment. And I'm very happy with everything that we got while there. So I'm not worried about editing any scene. There's like nothing, even cutting the little like kind of string out that I've been cutting of dailies. Everything's kind of cut together well. Like there's little moments I've put together and I'm like, well, that worked. Oh, this worked, you know? All of Olivia's stuff slices like butter.
You don't have to say that.
It's true. Somebody asked about the Ghoul puppets. What did they say? Oh, did you need to redesign the Ghoul puppets for casting changes? No. And it didn't really show.
No, it all worked out perfectly.
They all really felt like
the
people. Yeah, puppets are great.
I literally can't get over the fact that we had fucking puppets in our movie.
I know. It was so wild the first day the puppeteers showed up, and it was like these people that I've been talking to for a year are now in Massachusetts with their hands in these creations, bringing them to life. Very, very surreal. Olivia, I love your hair color.
Oh, thank you.
It is a nice hair color.
Do you like it?
I do like it. What would it be called?
I mean, it's just red.
Yeah, but isn't there like a more specific red?
No.
Okay, copy.
I miss the blonde. That's fine.
The red is great. What's the musical score like? Well, it doesn't exist yet, but we know it's being done by Matt Mahaffey. And the references I've sent are like Poltergeist, Gremlins, Jerry Goldsmith, Danny Elfman. So it'll be in that vein. Yeah. What is the film's rating? I tell you, R. we talked about that week one. We were like, other than language, this would not be rated R. Should we get alts and not have it be rated R, or have the option?
Gotta go balls deep.
I don't know if you're going balls to the wall or if you're going balls deep.
No, deep.
You said balls deep. Okay. You can't take out the language. Onyx is all about emotion, raw emotion, and he yells too much and has too many meltdowns.
Yeah.
Says fuck too much.
You can't get rid of the fucks in this movie.
You can't. The fucking goddamn it, fucking shit, all that. But I think that's cool that this would be rated R, not for violence, not for gore, but just for language.
Little foul mouth.
Yeah, just language.
People are gonna freak out when they see Onyx in this movie. I think it's obviously it's your best Onyx performance, and you reached a whole new level of Onyx in this movie. You went deep and far. You went.
There were moments where I was like, I think I've disappeared into the void.
Any full frontal nudity?
No, there's my little butt in a Battle Cats underoos. Is there anything you've been looking forward to doing just for yourselves now that you've wrapped? Editing the movie. I don't know. I'm bad in that way. I don't think about
anything else. You can't.
Yeah. Was there anything you wish you could have changed after filming? To be honest, Olivia knows this. What were you about to say?
I don't know. I'm curious what you're about to say.
No regrets.
Yeah, I knew it.
But this is why, because she knows every day there'd be something I'd fixate on. There would be one thing that I'd say, wish I'd done that differently. Maybe I'll do it as a pickup later. But then the next day, there's a new thing.
Yeah.
And that thing from the day before goes away. It literally dies. It was an issue, and then it just goes, and it flattens out and disappears. And then the next day, it flattens out. So that's honestly the whole way through until the very end of shooting. When we were doing the last scene that we filmed was Onyx talking to the box demon.
One of the best scenes of the whole shoot and of the movie. Maybe because we were delirious.
Super delirious. Sun
was coming up. We were on day 8, 9 of night shoots.
Yeah.
Woo!
And in that moment,
baby boy box demon shows up.
This little demon boy, I felt like I was talking to a real creature.
Yeah.
I was so far gone, so tired and delirious. And I just felt like I was inside of the fucking...
But I think that's why the whole scene worked. Everyone was in that.
Everyone was really quiet, and it was a very immersive. Yeah, that's true too. We knew it was a class setup. Hello. Oh, I should have my plain whiskey too. Can you hand me my dirty plain whiskey?
This is his plain whiskey.
So when I fly, the truth is I don't even have as much flying anxiety anymore, but I still load up on shampoo bottles full of whiskey. Can you have my glass too? Sorry, thank you.
Is it here?
Oh. Yeah. I load up on shampoo bottles full of whiskey, and I didn't go through it all on my flight back from Massachusetts, so I thought I would have it tonight during the live stream.
I tried a sip of it. It's fucking gross.
It's gross because
it tastes like...
Yeah. It tastes like these bottles have like a natural, or not a natural, but like a perfume.
Yeah, it tastes like you're drinking perfume. Olivia, can you talk about the Gadget hack wrench scenes? Onyx Meatloaf makeup is far.
Yeah,
well,
do you want to talk about those scenes?
No, I don't think I can.
Copy. So,
you can.
Is it difficult to direct and act in a movie? My answer would be no, but that's also because my brain works better when it's doing both things.
Not many people can do what you do, though. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass because you're my best friend, but you are quite impressive. You can go between being deep in Onyx's soul and then also directing other actors in the scene while keeping the set together. It's crazy. I've worked with a few auteurs and none of them are as efficient as you.
Well, thank you, Olivia.
Yeah.
It means a lot more because you're wearing demon wings.
Sorry.
And no, it really does. No, I absolutely fucking love it. If I get a compliment from you, do you think I'd rather you be wearing demon wings or not wearing demon wings?
Demon wings.
Yes. One day, this is gross. One day, I felt a little bit of the stress of that. I was supposed to get drunk as Onyx and dance.
Oh,
right? And I had my producer's wife, who's a choreographer, send me some video of her doing silly moves that I could kind of emulate. And I didn't rehearse those moves, but I watched her video that morning and I had not thought at all about getting down there and doing this scene over and over and over again with Onyx drunk dancing. And for a split second, I was like, I wish I was just an actor because I could go off and just run this while they set up. And while we talked about blocking, I didn't, I could go away and I couldn't. But the funny thing is, I think it made it better because I did it like an improv.
Yeah.
And I literally,
it was great.
I said to myself, I was like, oh, well, I think you just have to do this. And Dan was like, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah. And then, but it was almost like the director me was telling the actor me,
just got to do it
to go. And the actor me was like, can I get 5 or 10? And the director me was like, no. And then I just did it. And it was very, very liberating. And I had a lot of fun. And I looked at some of the footage and it made me laugh.
I want to see.
I'll show you some.
I mean, I was
you
there.
Saw some
I was there on the day. I was feet away.
You were feet away.
And I want to know what the camera saw.
It was fun. It was fun and it was very liberating, like doing improv. Even because it was in front of a crew and it was just like, I didn't practice any of this. Let's fucking roll. How many animals were harmed during filming? None, but there was a taxidermied bobcat that we did not harm.
No. Little baby. Maybe people could help me name her.
Do you want to get the bobcat? Do you want me to get the bobcat?
No. You should tell me it's my bobcat.
It's Olivia's bobcat. Ray, sorry I'm late. Can you start over? Sure. So we wrapped filming the Onyx movie. So this was a prop in the film that Olivia purchased after the fact because she fell in love with it because it's in such good shape.
Such good shape.
So
I love her.
The question is, what is her name?
I haven't named her yet. I'm open to ideas.
What is her name?
Wait, that's a good question. Oh,
Olivia,
leaking.
Did you feel more freedom as an actor because you were working for your best friend forever? Or did you feel more responsibility, Alice Quinn forever?
I felt way more freedom.
That's good.
Oh, God.
It sheds. Holy shit, does it shed? Can you see? Oh, you can't. It's all just black.
That's insane. Like, there's not going to be any fur left.
You need to see if there's any kind of like sealant you could like spray on it.
I think working for my best friend was the best thing ever. Working for. It feels weird. Working with.
You weren't working for because you're also a producer on it. So
no, it was awesome because we have such a shorthand.
Yeah.
I've never worked with a director who I know so well. Like we've worked together creatively for over a decade. So like we know when I just know a look and I'm like, okay, got it. Or I don't know. It was great. I'll do it 100 times over.
Somebody suggested Susie Sue. Not a bad name because one of the inspirations for the look of Pharaoh was Susie Sue. I'm just throwing it out there.
Sue.
SpongeBob cat shed pants.
This is not gonna. I need to get this off of me.
Mrs. Sheddington. Oh wait, do you want a little lint roller?
Yeah. Shedder. Shedder's cute though. Like Shredder. Shedder.
Like Shredder.
Yeah. I didn't need to say that.
No, but I'm glad you did. Here.
It's just this poor little bobcat was purchased to get destroyed in the film, and then it didn't end up getting destroyed, and I had to take her home.
Yes.
So she made a long journey home with some puppets.
Yeah, she was in the puppet truck.
Sheddy Cougar.
Whoa.
Oh,
fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think,
yeah.
Yeah. Sheddy Cougar it is.
Everybody else can go home. Because Sheddy Cougar.
Sheddy Cougar. You know what? These
it is.
Hurt. Sheddy Cougar is where it's at.
Don't get your Sheddy Cougar hair in my plain whiskey.
Your plain whiskey is disgusting.
I know. The only thing that could make it worse is taxidermied cougar hair. What was the moment when you were like, holy shit, this is happening in regards to the film coming to fruition? I have a very clear answer for that. I think I've told you about it, Olivia.
You told me everything.
That's true. It was when the PAs showed up.
Oh, yeah.
When the production assistants started loading in Crafty, it became real to me. Because then you realize, oh, wow, this is like some of these kids' first gig. You still have so much fur on you. And do you need help? Okay. So it was like the day before we started filming, and I saw 3 PAs come in through the front door of the location, and I was just like, oh, we're making a movie.
Yeah.
Also because PAs are the
most
backbone of a shoot. Yeah. I mean, them loading in our water, that's so important. And the fact that we had such a good group of PAs.
The best group.
The best group. Yeah, I don't know. It was seeing those PAs made me realize we were in it. What about you, Olivia? Taylor Dudley.
I was
mother of Sheddy Cougar. This is disgusting. Holy fuck.
So fucking gross. I can't believe you let me drink that. What was it? Honestly,
like,
see what?
It tastes like you put perfume in whiskey.
Yeah, I think that's what you did. I think that plastic is scented.
I'll finish it.
Seeing our names seeing our cast names and stuff on our little trailers, our little tents.
Yeah.
That was great. That made me feel.
Yeah.
Like it was all happening. I know that's silly, but
no, I agree. Like seeing the fucking
there's hair everywhere.
Holy fucking shit! Seeing the Onyx logo, the film logo.
Yeah.
That
plastered all over.
Plastered on documents, call sheets, dressing room tags, especially because that logo was designed by Lucas Kettner for the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So the fact that there were all these elements. You know, and Tony was in chat. I don't know if he still is, but Tony, who did all of our Kickstarter graphics, did Bartok merch. And I remember the day we shot the Bartok merch. I thought about that. I know, dude. My gosh.
Sheddy Cougar.
Sheddy Cougar, worth it to be your mother. Worth it. The whiskey is probably lifting the silicone and oils from the plastic bottle. Yeah. I love hearing about scientifically why this whiskey tastes like shit.
I think I've said that exact thing to you every time you talk about your goddamn.
Let me ask you this: am I poisoning myself by drinking?
Yes.
It. Okay. I drank this whiskey on the plane and watched.
What did you watch?
I watched. Do you know what I watched?
9 to 5.
I watched 9 to 5 and Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I started The King's Man, and even though I was like plain drunk, couldn't stand the movie and had to shut it off. And I should have had the patience of 1,000 men with how much plain whiskey I consumed.
Oh no, I'm getting itchy.
I know, because it's kind of sharp and like.
Fuck.
Sheddy Cougar, what have you done to us? The curse of Sheddy Cougar.
I know, I'm sorry. This is loud. I'm not trying to do ASMR. I'm just trying not to itch.
I'm not trying to do ASMR. I'm just trying not to itch. Don't hate me.
Poisoning or preserving? Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Will there be stop motion in the sequel? Listening to the Sam Raimi podcast series has made me want something stop motion in the sequel. There's room for it because there's a mech.
I love stop motion.
Yeah, there's a mech and
miniatures and stop motion.
I would love to up the practical game. I know Adam Creature Kid would too.
My Farrah's world.
Oh, it could be a little miniature Beetlejuice world.
Please.
You shrink yourself down and you live on like a model set inside the mansion. She's dead. It killed her. The idea of existing in a miniature Beetlejuice style train set killed Olivia. Grammy Boy is great. He's upstairs and he loves being in the house. Does he love me? Well, to be determined, but he loves being in the house. Also, I think in the sequel there will be, Jesus, not to talk too optimistically, but I would love like animatronic puppeteered suits like Ninja Turtles, like Tokar and Razor from Secret of the Used. But remind me before you go to tell you my funny idea about the sequel, because I'm not ready to share it publicly, but it made me laugh today. And I recorded video of me doing the whole scene while on my hike before confronting the coyote. We should probably call it pretty soon because it's 7. I know. Any other questions? I think the point of this stream is to say that we wrapped the film, that it went incredibly well. Does that taste like shampoo?
No, I just haven't had a Stella
I know.
Since high school.
That we had an amazing time. Jeffrey Combs was great. We talked about him earlier, Billy, but it really felt like we were making Reanimator or From Beyond at times in all the best ways. There is no stop motion in the first movie. I'm already talking about it like it's part of a trill.
It will be.
It'll be part of a trill. That would be fucking fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then the third one will be like, it'll jump the shark hard. I hope so. That's like the whole point of the trilogy. I want the third one to just be like, who wants this?
Yeah.
Who asked for this? And I'm just like loving it. Where can we find more ASMR lint rolling vids? Probably here on YouTube. What if that's
my thing?
Maybe it can be.
Little known fact about Olivia.
She hates ASMR. Yeah. Except you watched an ASMR video the other day.
Yeah.
And that wasn't bad, or did you still hate it?
No, I liked that. That was ladies touching ladies.
Hey, so it's 7:02 here in Los Angeles. Onyx 3, Onyx NATO. Onyx 3 would be like Sharknado, or it would be like Pinhead versus Ash versus Jason.
Read for the original Sharknado. I remember auditioning for it in the Valley, however long ago that was. Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
That was a pretty creepy audition, not gonna lie.
Was it for the Tara Reid part?
Probably.
I mean, wasn't she in the original Sharknado?
I don't remember.
Time travel. Edward, you're not wrong. We made that joke on set. Onyx 3 would involve time travel. Onyx 3 direct to video. I mean, that's everything now. Everything's direct to video.
Yeah.
It's so funny listening again to the Sam Raimi podcast series, talking about how all the Darkman sequels were direct to video. And I'm like, what does that even mean anymore? You know what I mean? Like Dune was direct to video in ways.
That's true.
Anyway, it's wild. Wow. Ever-changing entertainment landscape. Let's start talking about that. All right. Thank you all for showing up. Good stream. Good to be back. I will be editing the film in this garage for the next... Jesus, dude. I've got to edit this fast.
Yeah. Like really fast.
If we're going to try to be at a festival in September, and it's April, May, June, July. Yo, dude. Okay. Cool. Well, I need to start editing it tonight. I'll be editing the film in the garage for the next 3 months. And I will do my live streams every Friday. I might not always have a guest like OTD, but maybe we'll show, some kind of preview of, I don't know, stills and stuff. Yeah. Maybe the live streams can become kind of like behind the scenes-y. We did get a lot of behind the scenes footage of the making of the film. A lot of that's going to be reserved for the backers that get access to that stuff, but we'll see. All right. Thank you all. And
good to see you guys.
Good to see all of you. And we'll see you next week. Okay. No Gary Busey. No. He didn't ever show up.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Gary Busey never showed up.